So this was the spot I was able to get, and as you can tell behind me, a lot of cars. Usually when I'm parking at a Walmart, you gotta be really careful. Behind me right here is the exit, and what I like to do is set myself up for an easy in, easy out, so I don't have to get pinned in by cars. That's pretty much the same way I do it right here in the back with this truck. And right in here I'm parked next to an entrance, so basically I'm giving myself a way not to get pinned. So if you're ever gonna park at a Walmart, make sure you don't get pinned in. Not good. Alright, let's go do this road trip. So I'm over here at the shipper, and as you can tell right here, I'm parked out of the way, and they gave me a gate number. So I'm just gonna find my dock, look at my setup, and see if I can hurry up and plant it in there. And it looks like I'll probably be on the other side of that Conway truck. So basically now what I do is I gotta survey the rest of the street and see, you know, what I have room for. You know, what do I make a U-turn, do I back straight up, all that kind of stuff. So the better I can plan it, the better it turns out. Alright, so I'm all docked in, as you can tell from behind me. Looking pretty sharp. My approach, when I looked at it, was this. Down the road was like a cul-de-sac, so I was able to make a big U-turn. So that worked out good. From there, I just came around the street. After that yellow post, I just cut right into this dock area, and then I shot straight out to that open spot, the open parkway where the cars are. Then I veered left so I can get my jackknife moving. After that, pretty much just backed in. And then the last part of the backing piece, I like to before I even shut down the truck, is when I like to come back here. And I like to check to see how it's looking. And my flush, that kind of stuff. So as you can tell, it looks pretty good. They're working back there, so trying to get in their way. But it looks flush. It looked good. Cause everything worked out pretty good. And as you can tell, I'm currently detached from the truck, or from the trailer. Currently detached from the trailer, and that's because they had two options. It's either A, I can wait inside and give them my keys and wait inside the building, or I could detach from the unit and move up a little bit, and then I can stay in the truck. So I opted to stay in the truck because then now I can get my paperwork moving. I can make sure I'm set for my next move, my next step, and pretty much go through my mental checklist. So my mental checklist is simple. It's pretty much this: are my logs up to date? Did I do all my macros? Let me see. That's why we do mental checklist. So are my logs up to date? Any macros I got to do? Where am I going next? And any paperwork I got to do. So those are the mental checklist things that I got to remember every time I make a stop. Are my logs up to date? Any macros I need to send in? Where am I going next? So if I can get that, then you're pretty good. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so as I'm doing my books, it's pretty much looking like this. I needed to put in my goal because I got out to look when I did my backing in, so I definitely typed in my goal. So there it is, and then now I'm just updating my books. So here's how that looks. Here we are. I mean, it was the drive itself was like less than a couple minutes. So I think I went like maybe 0.7 miles, which took me less than 5 minutes to drive that. So pretty much right here I have 8:30 is when I did my PTI. And then, I'm still on the clock for the pickup for about 15 minutes, and that's pretty much all I'm going to claim. So I'm going to move that over to 9:15, so I'll have a full 45, which is 30 minutes for the PTI, and then 30 minutes for the PTI and 15 minutes for the delivery. I do that every time I do a delivery, or if I do a pickup or a drop, and that's pretty much for the backing in, and then also to going out talking to the people and doing all the paperwork. So that's that. Let's kind of go over how the day is gonna hopefully go. Let's take a look. All right. So here we are. Got my calculator out. This trip itself, I believe, is we'll call it 780 miles.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
That's pretty much them telling me thank you for the goal. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, going back to this. So we have 780 miles. I'm right here. I'm going to be at 9:15, give or take. And I'm going to say I'm going to get out of here by let's say 10. So hypothetically, if I get out of here by 10, I'll make a little dot by 10. And I'm going to have a 10-hour day. So let's go, because I have a full day. I have 11 hours left on my drive still. So 10, 9, 8. So a full 10-hour day means I'll be done by 8. I'll say I'll be done by 9. Why? Just to give myself an extra hour. And so that, everything I'm doing builds cushion. So here we are, 780. I'm going to subtract 450. And that leaves me 330. So by 9 p.m. I should have 330 miles to go. Because I'm a soloist at the current moment, at 9 p.m. I need a 10-hour break from 9 to our next day, the 28th here, 9, 8, 7. So 7 o'clock, my 10-hour break is up, and I continue moving. All I have left to drive is 330 miles. So obviously, let's just say I take that 10 hours to drive that 330 miles, 7, 6, 5. That leaves me at 5 p.m. This thing needs to be delivered in Georgia on the 29th by, I circle, or I put an arrow next to 5, but really it's 3 hours ahead, 1, 2, 3. So it's due by 8 a.m. So I gotta always remember that this log is on California time. So so this is my due date, my due time. So the way I see it is after my 10-hour break at what did I say? I said 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'll have 2 hours just to roll out of bed and pretty much go deliver. So so far it looks like I'm making pretty good time according to my estimates, and the object of the game is pretty much to build yourself some cushion. It's better to be early, worse to be late. Better to be early, worse to be late. So obviously it's not going to take me 10 hours to drive 330 miles. 330 miles, let me do that math real quick. 330 miles divided by, I'll call it 50 miles an hour, is about 6.5 hours. We'll call it 7. So bottom line is I'm going to be able to smash that out way before, and I'll have even more time. I have more cushion. And the objective is when you get a pre-plan is you want to build it in with some cushion. I know I could do more than 450 miles a day, but I'm not going to bank that I'm going to do those miles. Like for instance, I'm not going to do all the mathematics based on me doing 580 miles. Why? Because 580 miles is a heck of a day, and if I don't complete it, then I'm behind on my schedule. It's always good to be ahead of your schedule, bad to be behind your schedule. So I'm always building cushion. When I'm doing my math, it's based on if I'm in a state that goes 62 or above, like the speed limits are higher than the 55 miles an hour, like California, Oregon, and Washington, then I'll do my math based on 55 miles an hour. If I'm in California, I do my math based on 50, maybe even 48. I mean, it just depends on how much cushion you want to give. And when push comes to shove, if they give me something and obviously, it's really close, then I can start, deleting my cushion. So instead of doing my math on 450 a day, I'll do my math on 480 a day and see what that leaves me. So you get the idea. Bottom line is just, first, you want to do what you're comfortable with, because you got to complete it. If I don't complete 450 miles, then I'm behind on my schedule. So can I do it? I say yes. So, that's what you got to do. That's how we planned it out. So the way I see it, I should be shutting down by 9 p.m. and picking back up by 7 a.m. And then I'm going to try to camp out closest to the delivery, and go from there. That's pretty much it. I have a full tank of fuel, and my def is looking okay. I have three bars. Okay, so that's about it. I'm pretty much going to wait for them to come and get me and let me know everything's good to go and that they loaded me. And then I'll double check paperwork and go through macros and all the other good stuff. So that's about it.